Morning guys, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is the second of two live streams today. Of course, we're leading off from where we left off in the previous live stream, pertaining to again 3 months of hell. This is the sub-series of the Ahn Rho Project called Bmdp, and that stands for the basics, decontamination, maintenance, and purification. So what you see in the title is what you get. Take a look in the room as well around me. Basically, if we take a look in the title, it covers clothing, food, health, electronic devices. Actually, there's more, and we're going to go about trying to sort out everything in this room and take care of what little tasks that we can. There's at least 40 different things I need to do in terms of just logistical work. I know I can't get the majority of it done. Only the small things can I get done in this live stream, and the rest I may have to get done out of the live stream, but at least I can speak about it first on hand. Now that may bleed on to tomorrow morning. So with that being said, this is of course 6B, and we're going to continue off tomorrow as well. So with that being said, before that, the Ahn Rho Project, again, self-therapeutic multimedia project for me to solve the problems and challenges in my life, as well as a self-improvement process for me to reach the goals and heights that I've set for myself. Hope that is relatable to some of you as well. This is something that obviously I'm working on and have been working on for almost 2 years now. And one of the sub-series, like I said, Bmdp, right now that we're just starting off with, is going to focus now on the basics. So food, shelter, clothing, and taking care of my health, my finance, and relationships. So with that being said, based off of where we left off in the previous live stream, I had just broken off a very quick recap. This is region A. In fact, I should start off region G, sorry. G is this sort of bed place. I should start in chronological order. A is the office, so this is the office setting. B is right here, this storage area with a whole bunch of mess. C is that kind of closet region. Region D, which is supposed to be this entire hallway, is before it was empty, but now it's all broken down into so many different areas. So D1, D2, D3, and D4, because clearly we have too many things and we can't just put them all in one group. So D1 here has a mixture of work and business stuff, products, gifts. B on top of the mattress, we have a lot of stuff here too, some garbage, a lot less products here in D3, and garbage that I've packaged up, as well as D4, sorry, D4. Down here we have more products, and at the back, of course, some stuff I don't really need to touch upon. That's just basically clothing that I need to bring to work when I go to work, sorry, because it's getting to the winter, it's getting cold. Now, of course, that's E, F, and G. E over there, nothing really needs to change. F, there's a lot of mess up here actually in terms of winter clothing. It's all piled up. I have my safety belt. I have that's not actually winter clothing too. That's my workplace equipment. But gloves here, and of course G, we need to cover the fact there's clothing. So I think we're going to continue off where we left off in the previous live stream. I said we'd start off with clothing because that's the easiest thing to get rid of right away. It's very straightforward right here. So we're just going to deep dive into it. So in the title, this is clothing, right? And so, by the way, stay tuned for the end, of course. Take-home message, very important every single time. So right here we have these pants here. I just did the laundry, and I haven't been doing my laundry. Actually, I've neglected to do that for almost 2-3 weeks now. But finally that's because the bed wasn't sorted out. I had to do the laundry, wash the sheets, the blankets, the pillow sheets, and everything. I hadn't done that for 6 months. Finally it's done, and the mattress is actually falling apart because it's taped together in a makeshift way. I can't go too much detail into that, but needless to say, I finally washed it, and so I now have a lot more space. The pillow that was obviously up on the wall is now down here, so thank goodness for that. But I still, of course, need to get the clothing sorted out, and it's very easy. I have the clothes hangers here, so what I'm going to do is just have it pre-ready for me. I'm just going to have the clothing put inside of clothes hangers and hang it right there, just like you see in the closet. Because when I come back from work, I just take it from the closet and I'm ready to go to take a shower. So that being said, we have some clothing scheduled here. Whatever I actually don't need, such as these clothes hangers, I can, for example, take off and just put on the side and have them ready for next time when I go do the laundry, just right here. Okay, and that'll be next week. So that being said, that's very easy to take care of. Now we're going to head up here. So that's G, F, the shelving unit. Nothing really needs to change down here. I will say that I put the socks in here, the wash socks in here. That's a little bit of a change. Before I was just kind of dumping it everywhere. Now, okay, so we have this sort of kind of handkerchief mask. We have the back belt for my work. We have these gloves, heavy duty gloves, and the headband, a scarf, more of my, oh shit, something just fell down. Oh, the scarf fell down. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, so with that being said, all this stuff needs to really be sorted out, and I don't really know how. One thing I have to mention, very important, is that what's taking up the most space is this piece of shit right here. So I've started to take, I mentioned almost about, what was it, 3-4 weeks ago, that I started to use this back belt, this back support belt. I'm sorry the contrast is so low, so high. And then so this back support belt, because back pain. I do work in a warehouse, and my position is largely kind of like the bottleneck between shipping and production. So this is a back support belt, and needless to say, oh shit, that contrast is high on that. This back support belt is something that I'm using right now, and I don't need the packaging, so I have to find a way to store this somewhere in case I don't need it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it right now. I'm just going to put it on the side. This is something that I need to get taken care of as well. Moving on to the back here, so that's G by the bed up there. F is right here by the shelving, and E right here, region E. The only thing I have to do is put this spring cap away inside there, so I can do that off stream. Now we're going to move to the most, I guess, disorganized place right now. It's a complete fucking mess. So you take a look, like I said, D, 1, 2, 3, and 4. D, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So aside from this project, obviously you're watching on live stream right now, that I'm recording almost like a time capsule for me to look back on 30 years in the future. We also have a business that I'm running on the side, as well as my full-time work. So let's see what we have here in D1. So D1 right here, right next to the door. There's a whole bunch of shit that I needed to, like I said, 3 months of chaos. There's a lot of garbage here. I cut my hair by myself, and so inside here is a bunch of mess. I need to return those papers and get rid of the garbage. I was saving it for the live stream. Well, I can knock it off in the live stream. This live stream is, again, largely like a sort of inventory upkeep. I can keep track of everything and watch the progression. Now we also have some paper towels and napkins here. These tissues, now COVID-19 is going around, right? So what I do is I take these paper napkins, I take this and I place it over here next to the mask. And so that's just an important way for me to, in case I sneeze or runny nose, it's winter outside, like -5 degrees Celsius right now. That's pretty standard, and actually very kind of milk toast right now. Honestly, that's quite warm. But needless to say, I'll put this here and then I'll capture any sort of moisture when I'm breathing onto it. We have these paper napkins here, and I've actually started using, once again, paper napkins and paper towels from my caregivers, my guardians. I'm the caregiver now. And I'm going to basically constantly resupply them with these because it's a form of debt repayment. Essentially, it's a very broken family dynamic, and I don't feel comfortable using their stuff. Next to that, we have this bag here that really needs to go away. I can't really cover too much about it because honestly, I still don't have time. I still have to use it. But one thing I can cover here, thank goodness, are all these products. Now, it's important to mention that if you take a look, there's 1, 2, 3. There's a box underneath there, four boxes of products that were shipped. 2 of them were shipped, and they should not have been. They should have been picked up. But unfortunately, I made a blunder, a mistake, or a lack of communication. Really, couldn't be avoided, I guess. And they were shipped over here anyways. And then these 2 box packages also were actually technically also mistakes. I was supposed to set it for pickup, but I put it for shipping. So unfortunately, that was some extra cost. Now this drop leg, of course, on top of those 2 shipments, goes down here. So on my leg right here, before I go to work, I'm going to wrap it around my right thigh, the binds, the straps, and then one here, this one right here that's hanging down around my belt. And then of course we have these 2 belts here that are really supposed to be taken and combined with, I'm going to put the belts within those pants and then hang them in the closet so I'm ready to take a shower when I get back from work. So that's just some logistical work. It's very straightforward. And again, of course, the products down here. Now I have to mention, this is very important. I have products here. Okay, now this is actually important as well. I should take out from that bag. There's some stuff I bought from Dollarama, so just the dollar store, Canadian dollar store. We have this cap here from dollar store, just clothing. So really, this should go up there, and I'm gonna leave this up here because it should be taken care of right here. The clothing. You know what? Put it on here. I have to take care of this. take off the tags as well. Damn, there's a lot of stuff, huh? As well as the device. So it seems like I have a bunch of equipment and clothing related stuff that I hadn't anticipated. I'll leave it up here. This cap, I'm going to break off. This cap right here, I'm going to makeshift break off right now, so that I can put it away. Kind of like a French cap. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Anyways, I have a device here as well inside that bag, which was not supposed to be. This is USB software cheap. I could use it for specifically my workplace. I'm going to be creating an Excel spreadsheet that is going to document all of the, I guess, the logistical work that I do. So, and then hand it off when I actually leave the company. With that being said, that should help my, I guess, the team on my floor. With that being said, there's also more devices here in addition to the USB. These micro USB adapters and so on and so forth that I said are going to be gifts. So I have to find a way to, and that's the reason for that is because the Lightning and micro USB don't work for Samsung, and so that's something I had to just give away. The cell phone pouches, I need to actually put them on the table here because technically it's supposed to be going with my cell phone, my new cell phone. Okay, and this is garbage now, so I can put this up here. Finally, we have all these products, and I have to sift through the products and break it down according to. So I have these certain bags of a certain type, and I have the one bag here of a certain type. So there's 4 of that, 1 of this. There are 4 cardboard shipping packages, and 1 here that's a little bit different size. So it's like 5 packages and 5 bags. Now on top of that, I have a bunch of products inside. I need to sort them all out. There's about maybe 8 different orders here. With those orders are maybe roughly about a lot of books, 5 to 8 books and guides. We also have some gift equipment, some gifted books, booklets and guides from my team who brought me in. So obviously there's some material up here I should mention. I forgot to mention that. So we have these 2 books here, 1, 2, and then we have some paperwork here. But largely the books here and the books here should be put together, and the paperwork, like the invoices and so on and so forth, should be also grouped together, and so should the bags, and so should be the cardboard boxes, and most importantly should all the products be grouped together. And specifically one of them here is for my cousin, and I really wish I had more time to show this, but I guess it has to be, I have to wait for tomorrow's live stream or something, I don't know. But needless to say, this is something that I should get to my cousin. I guess it's most urgent that I do this now, but I'm going to take out this bag for a second. And I guess this is important to cover on this stream. No, there's not enough time. I'm sorry. It's not enough time. And I need to get it to my cousin, but I guess I couldn't cover it on time, unfortunately. Anyways, they all need to be sorted out. And then finally, last but not least, there's a whole bunch of waste and garbage. Just in D alone, I don't have enough time to cover in 15 minutes. That's nuts. So I take a look over here. We have all this garbage here. I really should just clean up. Like I said, I had to cut down some grooves into these notches. You can see that kind of zigzag pattern there. I cut it down with a box cutter, a utility knife, and these were used to almost like to hang the blankets so they could dry. And so you can see there's a bunch of chippings here, which is all garbage, and of course the rest on top here is just food. Some that are class 1 I bought with my own hard-earned money, class 2 being from my guardians at the time, which I'm not supposed to use, and finally class 4 items like this from basically gifts from my fellow business workers as well as my fellow volunteers and so on and so forth. This canister actually I had to bring to work, so I'll put this inside this bag. Very quickly switch to the back here on the table. So that was region D. Region A is right here. The only thing I can cover in about 30 seconds I have left is this. Is basically I put a sandwich inside the oatmeal, bologna, flax seeds. I'm going to bring that to work. That's my lunch. Unfortunately, the rest here I can't cover in time. So that being said, a take-home message, of course, as usual, take care of yourself, take care of your health, your finances, and yourself. Become a strong, responsible, disciplined individual, because that's the best way you can have anything to offer for the ones you care for, as well as for yourself. With that being said, I hope to see you all tomorrow morning. This is Ahn Rho Project. I'm sorry to cut it short, but I don't have enough time. It's a 15-minute deadline. So hope to see a better version of yourselves as well as myself tomorrow morning. This is Ahn Rho signing out. Ciao.